What's going on, guys? This is how I made $205 day trading NASDAQ today. Now, I got stopped out for break even, and then I also avoided a loss that would have taken me out for negative 1R. So, all in all, a little bit of a tricky day, right? But real quick, I want to show you. I'm logged in live on my AMP Live account, right? P&L, $205 right here on the day. And if I cut on my executions, you can see, right? Got stopped out for break even right here. I'm going to show you what exactly I did, what setup I took, how I got my bias, top down, all that. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's dive in. Now, I always start my analysis, as usual, on the higher time frames, right? Nice clean chart, weekly chart. We've been expanding off this low for a while now, right? So my bias has been bullish for pretty much this entire move, right? We had a few short days in here, but I've been biased to the long, right? The long side. Now, if we look at the daily, okay, and you see we had some SMT right here at this imbalance on the daily, right? So strength has been with NASDAQ lately. If you go to ES, you can see we dip into that fair value gap there. YM completely disrespected there, so some weakness there. But NASDAQ has been the strongest, right? So we've had some SMT at these lows, and so I was bullish coming off this day, right? Because we had a candle 3 closure here on ES, candle 4 continuation, and I'm using that and transferring that framework over to NQ looking for longs. Okay, so I was bullish, right? And if we jump down to the 4-hour, you can see so far on the week, what have we done? All right, well, the weekly candle opened up, came down into this POI right here, and we reversed off that, and we've been grinding up ever since. Okay, so this is your classic expansion week. Week opens up, forms the wick. Now we're looking to capture a piece of that body, right? It's almost like a power of 3: accumulation, manipulation, distribute higher. All right, so that gives me confidence to long on this weekly candle expansion. Get on side with longs, and then today specifically, okay, we opened up small wick on the daily candle, right? Expansion candles, remember, they have small wicks, okay? Let the wick form, we want to trade the body. So I woke up right here around 8 o'clock on this candle and got into the charts. So I wake up at 7, but I sat down at 8 on this candle, and I noticed we had this hourly POI right here. Notice we had this hourly POI. And so when I sat down, if you go back and rewatch the stream, I talk about how live, this is going to be key for us, this POI. Because if we close below at 10, that's going to give us an idea for shorts, right, on these failure swings. But if we respect it like we did here and trade away from it and candle 2 close right here, that right there can give us a setup. And so that's exactly what we got, right? Candle 2 closure here on the hourly. But what I liked even better was you can see here on the 30-minute, candle 2 closure, and on the 15-minute, right here before 10 o'clock, when 9:45 rolls around and this candle closes right here and 9:45 starts, we had a candle 2 closure on a 15-minute. And so I was looking for a 1-minute entry to target high of day. Okay, and you can see we actually got that. All right, but I got stopped out for break even. I want to show you what my entry was. So all in all, we had a candle 2 closure right here, and I'm anticipating that 1 hour to close as well, a candle 2. All right, I'm just about 15 minutes early on it. I'm trying to get in a little bit early. Now, if you look, that 15-minute closure before I jumped lower actually closes above this series of down close candles. All right, and I like that, right? Because this low should now stay protected, right? If we're going to use this as a reversal and head higher. So I jumped onto the 5-minute. I also noticed that we closed above these down close candles, and we're putting in that hourly wick. If I go back to replay mode, you can see we put in that hourly wick, right? And we closed above these down close candles here. So that's a nice candle 2 closure as well. But if I go back and I go back to my entry, okay, clean some of this up, and we go down to the 1-minute, because that's what I use for entry. You can see here, right? We have this reversal being put in at this 1 hour imbalance. All right. Now, if I go in replay mode and I walk you through it in real time, you can see here, right? We're going to have this V-shaped recovery off this POI. Candle 2 closure about to be put in, right? In the next couple minutes. We'll skip forward. I'm watching this now. I'm saying, okay, we have this V-shaped recovery. I'm about a few minutes until right here where the new 15-minute candle is going to form. I'm watching this low right here. Why that low? Well, because this low, we close above here, which we did on this candle, is now your new protected swing if we're going to reverse off here, all right? Because it swept out this low. And it also dipped into this imbalance right here, okay? So I was going to use this as my stop. We closed above. You could enter here. It's valid, but you're trading a candle too, right? I'd rather just, we're so close to the new candle on the 15-minute. I'd rather just wait a few more minutes to hop in, all right? And so that's what I did. I said, okay, if we close above here, nice candle 2, because I want to trade candle 3 to the upside. If we close above here and we open up around it, I'll just hop in right when the new 15-minute candle opens at 9:45. My stop will go here, and I'll look for a long for something like this, all right? You got to remember, what am I targeting? I'm targeting high day, right? And maybe some fixed R multiples in here as well. But this is my target for the day. Now, let's watch it play out. Okay, we get a little close to 9:45 right here. And we start expanding, right, away from where I want to get in. Because now my risk reward is a little skewed. If I enter right here, stop all the way down here, my risk reward is a little skewed. It's not as good as it was, right? It's not even a 2R. So what I did was I waited for the new 15-minute candle. And I said to myself, okay, if we do come back down, right, I want to get in on a limit. I'm not going to chase up here. I want to get in and let price come to me. I'm going to set my TP up here. And I will hop back in at this opening price if price comes back down to get long, okay? And I was anticipating that this 15-minute candle would want to form its wick first before I traded the body. Then we close at the high somewhere. Because these candles, right, we're trying to capture a piece of these intermediate time frame candles, right? We have the daily as our higher time frame. We have, right, in this case, a 15-minute as our intermediate term time frame. And then we have the 1 minute as our entry time frame, all right? So I waited for it to retrace, set my limit. Let's skip ahead. It starts to come back down inside the T-spot, right? If I remove this, you can see this green area right here, and this dotted line is 50% of the previous candle, all right? So I want to see price respect that and move higher. It's just a mechanical way to measure wick size, all right? Because remember, we want small wicks for expansion candles. So I have my limit set. Like so. I'm waiting for a retracement back down to this blue level here. And then it eventually spikes down, gets me long, right? Still respecting 50%. At the same time, if you look here in the 15-minute, it's immediately rebalancing this range, right? Not letting a fair value gap form here. And then, boom, have a nice reversal off the T-spot after immediately rebalancing this range. And now I said, you know what? If we close above here, this is now your new protected swing, right? So I entered here on this limit. I then trailed my stop to this low right here. So this is your new protected swing right here. So reduce risk by more than half, which is great. And I said, you know what? I want to see how we react at this high now. Okay. How do we react at this high? Because once we hit this high, if you go back real quick, I was aiming for a fixed 2R to take 3 out of the 5 contracts off that I got. And I'll show my executions in a second. But I was aiming for a fixed 2R right here. And I wanted to see how we reacted at this high. Obviously, long-term targets for partials are up here at high a day. But you can see here my fixed 2R actually aligns with some projections here. Some liquidity right here as well. And then the -4 aligns with the high a day up here. All right. So it's all lining up perfectly. That's why I love this model. Super mechanical. Really easy to trade, honestly. Very simple. And I said, you know what? Reduce some risk. How do we monitor at this high? How do we close? And generally when I get halfway to my target, which is, you know, around this high, that's when I go break even. So I went break even here after hitting this high. Risk-free trade. And you can see here, right, we actually never close outside of this high. And I'm expecting this 15-minute candle to expand, right? So I want to see it happen pretty quickly than the next few 1-minute candles. And we don't get that, right? We disrespect this imbalance here, close below it. So I'm watching this opening price here, hoping it'll support price so my break-even stop doesn't get hit. Still below that imbalance. Still kind of chopping on top of that opening price there. Now we get a new 15-minute candle, and this one did not expand, right? Honestly, a bearish closure, kind of indecision. Long wicks on both sides. Said, okay, it's 10 o'clock. It needs to run, pretty much now. Otherwise, it probably wants this low. In that case, I'll get stopped out for break even. Okay. And you can see here, if we play through it, boom, I'm stopped out for break even there. And then it ends up taking that low, right? And I think it even takes, it even takes where my original stop was as well. So that was my trade. That's how I got stopped out for break even and trailed my stop. I avoided taking a loss there. All right. And if you want, you can see it play out. But I'm going to go ahead and take off replay mode so you can see my executions with the drawings. All right. So you can see I got in here at the opening price, stopped out here for break even at my entry right there. So break even for me is about $200. I know some people probably make that on a trade, but when you're trading size like I am, that right there is a break even for me. And then I eventually avoided, if I back out, I actually saw a 3-minute setup right here. Okay. Go back to replay mode. You can see I actually avoided this 3-minute setup. So I'm watching the 3-minute, 30-minute. We had a 30-minute candle closure too. All right. I'm watching this new 30-minute candle sweep this low, which kind of aligns with 50% of the previous candle. So I see it sweep. I see it respect 50%. And then it puts in this really long wick, which sketched me out. Because remember, expansion candles have small wicks. And so I'm like, well, technically, we could close above here, right, and go long. But this isn't really characteristic of an expansion candle, right? And so I saw it. I said, you know what? We're getting close. And we kind of shot above and closed above. I said, technically, I could get in here on a retracement, right? I didn't like the RR for the wick as my stop. So I would have put it on the bodies if I took this trade, whether it was a retest of the opening price or just hopping in market order, looking for the same idea, right? Sticking with my bias. But you can see here, if I had taken that, and I didn't because I didn't like the wick size here, that kind of threw me off. And it's not very normal for an expansion candle to have a long wick like that. So I stayed out. And you can see here, I would have gotten stopped out right here if my stop was actually at the body low, right? So that would have been a full loss right there for me. And I'm glad I didn't take that trade, right? Just your gut telling you to stay out. So I hope that helps you guys not only understand what to look for in the charts, but also what not to do, right? Stay out of these trades that aren't printing the proper higher time frame candles, right? That aren't showing the characteristics of expansion. So I hope you enjoyed this stream, and I'll see you guys in the next one.